Number four. Number four. By the way, it might be good for you. I told you 3 questions too late. But from a 1 to a 10, you could do this on your own later on. I think if I were taking this test as I'm teaching it, I think beside each question after I've heard it explained and kind of brought before me, I think I'd put a number. A 10 being the fact I'm just really good here. You know what I'm saying? We just need to all celebrate because I'm awesome. A number 1 or a 2 means, oh my God. I'm going to have to really work on this, okay? You with me? Okay, question number 4, the passion question. Does my dream compel me to follow it? Steve Jobs said, if you're working on something exciting that you really care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision pulls you. So we're going to find out what your passion's like. Do you remember when you were a kid? Maybe you didn't do this. Or you go to a fair today. They'll have these passion meters. It's usually to find out if you're in love. You know what I mean? Well, really what it is, it's used to get a quarter from you. Yeah. You know, the goal of the passion meter isn't to tell you what your passion is, because it's just a random little deal anyway. It's to get a quarter out of your pocket. But I bet how many of you ever done the passion meter? You know, squeeze that little trigger, you know, and okay, what, you know, you're red hot, or I'm, you know, kind of cold and I'm a dead fish or whatever. Okay. Well, we're going to talk about what's your passion meter for your dream. I mean, what does that look like? I mean, when you squeeze the handle on your dream, I mean, is it red hot, or is it just kind of lukewarm? So let's first of all let's talk about Stephen Jobs in that first quote said, "The dream or the vision pulls you." Okay, so let's look at the power of passion. Number 1, passion pulls us up. That's the pull that Steve Jobs was talking about, and it enables us to overcome adversity. Because between the dream's inspiration and its manifestation, there's a lot of perspiration. I think I told you once, did I not, about one day I was speaking about 2,000 people doing a leadership conference. I think they'd all paid $200 for the day to hear me, and I'm sitting up there like I am now, drinking a Diet Coke, doing the teaching. People are laughing, having a good time. And during the break in the afternoon, a guy comes up to me, and I mean, he's really intense. He said, I know what I want to do. I said, what do you want to do? He said, I want to do what you do. He said, man, I've watched you laugh, have fun. You know what I mean? 2,000 people paid. Woo! I want to do what you do. I said, that's good. I said, let me ask you a question. Would you like to do what I did? So you could do what I do. You got it, didn't you? Poet Arthur Ward suggested that the key to success was to believe while others are doubting, to plan while others are playing, to study while others are sleeping, to decide while others are delaying, to prepare while others are daydreaming, to begin while others are procrastinating, to work while others are wishing, to save while others are wasting, to listen while others are talking, to smile while others are frowning, to commend while others are criticizing, to persist while others are quitting. Can I tell you something? What Arthur Ward said there will only be done if you're filled with passion. Only passion will get you to the other side. Passion not only pulls us up, passion pulls us out. It gives us initiative. It begins to pull us out of our... Here it is. To succeed, you must stay within your strength zone. We've already talked about that. That was under the reality question. But you continually must move outside your comfort zone. And only passion will take you and me out of our comfort zone. George Bernard Shaw said, I'm sick of all the reasonable people. They see all their reasons for doing nothing. Passion makes us unreasonable. My life is filled with passion. I love what I do. I got up this morning very early, got my notes out. About 5:30, I started looking at my notes, started kind of getting myself ready for our time together, our learning period, our learning study time. Nobody had to get me out of bed. Nobody had to ask me to get into these notes. No, I made all kind of notes over here at the side. I've added things that I didn't have before I taught this. And it's passion. And what I've discovered is passion has nothing to do with age. I've known people that are young who had no passion. I've known people that are old and they have a lot of passion, a lot of zeal for what they're doing. But what I'm saying to you is when you have passion, it gives you the energy that you need to accomplish that dream that you have. Going back to my little heart issue with Dr. Crandall, I have that little arrhythmia issue, which we believe now is fixed, and we're kind of grateful for that. We'll know about in a month if it is. But anyway, it's no big deal. But when I would see him, he would come and say, John, I can't believe the energy that you have and the pace that you keep because you've got this little arrhythmia issue. And after spending a few months with me one day, he said, John, I have people on disability to have what you have. And then he said, I have come to the conclusion that you don't pay any attention to your body because your dream is bigger than how you feel. Bingo. You win the prize. Ron Perrier and I were talking the last time I was up in Idaho at my home that he now uses. And Ron and I were talking about retirement. And both of us looked at it. It's just a strange word. It is a word. It's in the dictionary. You can look it up. But it's not a word in his dictionary. It's not a word in my dictionary. I mean, the only thing I think of is when you retire, you ought to refire. And the only legitimate time to kind of stop is when you're dead. I mean, if you love what you're doing and you're doing what you love, why should you let age make a difference? Passion. That's what happens to us when it energizes us towards our dream. Number 3, passion positions us well, giving us the greatest odds for success. Wow. Albert Schweitzer observed, success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. Again, if you love what you're doing, you will be successful. Tommy Lasorda, who was known for his passion, he was the manager for many years of the Los Angeles Dodgers. One day he was being interviewed, and he said to the person interviewing, he said, the best day of my life is managing a game that we won. He said, the second best day of my life is managing a game that we lost. I just love managing the game. I thought how true that is for all of us. When you're passionate about something, you're going to have some wins, you're going to have some losses. You're going to have some times when you're at the top, you're going to have some times at the bottom, but that passion just keeps you going. So here, look at your passion meter here. If 10 is the top, my passion is hot, and it sets other people on fire. And then you start coming down the scale. As you come down the scale, you begin obviously to cool off. I cannot imagine my life without it. I willingly sacrifice other important things for it. By the time you're about down to 4, I prefer not to think about it. Number 2, I put it on my list of least favorite things. Number 1, I would rather have a root canal without anesthesia. Huh? That, by the way, that's low. If you're down on number 1, just give it up, okay? You have my permission. Let it go. Because can I tell you something? It doesn't have any hold on you. Huh? John Ruskin said, when love and skill work together, expect a masterpiece.